All right.
We
We back again. Buzz TV, bridged up here on Buzz TV.
So we got a double shooter today. This is not only a response to a blog, but another episode of Am I Wrong? All wrapped into one. Shout out to the homegirl Khamsin.
Shout out to Khamsin.
You know, we got, like we told you guys, you send us something you want us to see, we'll take a look at it, we'll give our response.
Yes, sir.
So Khamsin put out a couple of blogs. A blog about why black men hate black women.
That's it.
Then she had a response. She got feedback and did a response to the feedback.
Oh gosh.
So we're gonna respond to both of them right now. So shout out to Khamsin.
Yeah, shout out to Khamsin. You really struck something with us. So I seen it just from the title alone.
Yeah.
Just when I read that title, I'm like, because sometimes people might just put a title there just to catch you, and they might throw you for a loop. But
yeah,
it's actually how she feels.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say, Khamsin, there's a couple things I admire about you. A few things to say. I like the fact that you're willing to get your name out there. You're willing to get a message out there. I admire your drive. You have a very successful blog channel, and you have a couple of shows. So, I definitely want to support you with that. So, please check out her videos. Check out this video. We're going to post it on our page as well, on our Facebook, on our Twitter. So you guys can take a look at it and give us your feedback as well. Give her feedback. So, shout out to you. Shout out to your movement, what you got doing. We got some things we got to talk about.
Yes, we do. So we definitely do. So where do we start with this?
Well, how you feel about the video? You've seen what she had to say.
I seen what she had to say. This is one of those, like, I wish I had it playing right here. And from her perspective, and I wish she would say that more during the video, because she's speaking for all black men, all black women. Mm-hmm. Now, I myself and my brother right here, obviously black. I do believe, not to toot our own horn, that's a good brother. I'm a good brother. I'm married to beautiful black women, and they're great women. And so that right there, just alone, kind of, we don't fall into those categories that she was talking about. And I know plenty of other black men that don't fall into those categories also. So this is coming from a black man. I think the type of male that she is used to aren't men, so to speak. And, and she was also saying, excuse me if I start rambling, because it's just, I get really passionate about this. She even said one thing about whenever the black man pretty much wants to, whenever he's feeling horny or whatever, he can always come to the black woman for that. So, and it wasn't those exact words, but that was the meaning behind it.
That's what we heard.
That's what I heard. So it's like, if I was a black woman, I would be very offended by that. And I can go so many ways with this. I just hear so much pain and so much hurt in her voice. And I think it's the experiences that she's had, and even though she's speaking for all black men and black women, I think it's all because of her. I do believe that she lived a certain way, probably still live a certain way, of how the type of person she attracts. She attracts dogs. So, and I think she knows if she attracts a certain player or whatever, because most women can spot that in the men off top. I'm not saying no woman has never been fooled before, but so how do you feel about this?
Well, I understand where I think she was coming from. However, I think she's a little blinded, and what I believe is that she is in a Khamsin we're talking about here is in a transformation period. She obviously talks about wanting to become a better person, wanting to better herself. And as she's going through the process, what she's really seeing is that she doesn't want what's around her now. And so a lot of this blog, I think it was her speaking to herself.
I agree.
About what she doesn't want. And when you don't like what's around you, you tend to think that that's all that's out there. But that's really not all that's out there. It's just all that's around you. For whatever reason. You know, like if you're saying that, you know, you want to be with somebody that's healthy, but you hang out at the chicken joint, the fast food spots, well, that's what you're going to run into. People that are not geared to what you're saying that you want to go to.
I agree.
But when you start changing your environment and you start going to yourself to healthier restaurants or vegan restaurant, whatever it is, you'll start seeing people there that are already vegan, that are more healthier, that portray that lifestyle that you say that nobody portrays, but you don't know because you just haven't been there. So what I think what she'll find is that she continues to make this transformation, that she'll find that there are brothers out there, that love black women, that know how to treat a woman, and that will be willing to love her. You know, Khamsin, to be honest, like I watched your vlog. I read some of the comments, and you know, like my brother WP said here, like it's obvious that you got some pain. It's obviously that you're hurting. But you know, you are a beautiful woman that has drive, that obviously knows how to speak her mind. So you know, just want to honor that. You know, but you have to realize where your value lays. And if you can realize where your value lays and highlight that first, primary, then that's what you're going to find guys attracted to you. What you primarily show. If you are worried about these brothers that are only attracted to physical appearance or only attracted to what they see in music videos or reality TV, as you kept pointing out.
She kept pointing the reality TV out, the type of women and type of people that are in those shows. Now, the type of people are when she pointed out Hollywood exes and exes of Atlanta. Now, everyone has been an ex, you know what I mean? But it's the type of people they putting out there on TV, on Ratchet TV. And don't get me wrong, I watch all that stuff. If she's basing her life on what this woman's life is like, even those shows are like Basketball Wives, it's like, ain't none of them females married. Maybe one is married and they're calling it Wives, you know, Basketball Wives or whatever. So that's what she's basing her life on. And I think it's real, like you said, if you have to put that out from jump, if whatever brother that approaches you and you think you want to take it to just the next level, even possibly going on a date or even on a first date, you let it be known what you're about and what you want, you know. And don't get us wrong, physical attraction is definitely very important. I don't think that's shallow because it's not the only thing. You're right. But, you know, a man is always going to think you look good and beautiful. You know, it's what you take from this, because they might tell you a couple nice things and then you beautiful. And then you're right. If you do have sex, you can't equate sex with love.
Not at all.
They do not mix like that. So it's and just to throw all the black men in the category like that, because yes, have you been dogged? Yeah, probably so. But that's what you are attracting. It's what you accept.
Exactly.
It's you accept that. You shouldn't accept that. There are plenty of good men. To me, it sounds like maybe you like to do a little bit of edge. It don't sound like you might want a brother with a good job, but you want a brother with his head on straight, which some may call the square type, which is probably the right dude for probably not the you now, probably the you that you want to be once you get through your transformation. But it's all about, you know, what you accept, and you just sound very bitter right now. And I'm not speaking from a bad place right now. I'm calling it how I see it. Yeah. And I know I'm not the only one that said this. I mean, I hear your voice. I know plenty of women like you.
This is not a diss blog.
Definitely not a diss blog. I I love my black women. I was raised up with nothing but women. By a single parent, single mom, raised 5 of us on her own. And I still, by the grace of God, turned out to be a good brother. And know plenty others. Plenty out there.
So, this is an encouraging note, that we wanted to, because we sit there and honestly, as a black man, I see your hurt. I see your pain, and I wanted to come out and say, maybe we can sue, maybe we can help show something, show a different side, because you're not the only one out here that feels this way. So therefore, matter of fact, I'm open an open invitation, both ways. You want to come and join us on our show? We definitely would love to have you, definitely love to interview you. If you want to talk to us, we will come to your show. We'll come sit down, have a conversation, touch some topics. But understand that, when you say the things that you say, and even though you tried, I'll be honest with you, you tried to not generalize. You said a couple times, I'm not talking to all of them.
But then she was talking, yeah.
But then it sounded like he was talking to all of them because, because you didn't make a differential. And, I believe that it is what you've seen, and you want to see more. And so you just have to put yourself in a situation to be able to see more. And you've mentioned a lot of scriptures, a lot of concepts, biblical scriptures. Now, understand this, and I'm gonna let P jump on this a little bit, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. But just understand this, because this is a whole other blog. I can be here for a half hour talking about this particular thing that I'm about to say right now. There is a difference. All women out there, there's a difference between a man and a man of God.
That's right.
Anytime you want to talk about a man, or somebody says, I'm just a man, I'm not just a man, I'm a man of God. If I say I'm just a man, what am I leaving out? So there's a difference. So when you want to live by Christian concepts, you have to have a man that orchestrates his life around faith. Because if he doesn't have that to begin with, understand, he has to have a reason to do what you might be considered right. And if you think it's just going to be just you, well, then that's on you. When he plays you, or he does something that doesn't think he's a, there has to be a higher power for why he's going to behave correctly.
And you can't make him pay for all the wrong stuff that these old dogs done to you. So, and that's why I respect, like you said, you dealing with yourself and the whole transformation, and you keep going back into the word, and quoting the word and everything, which is all fine and dandy. Mm-hmm. But then you can't just put all black men, because then try dating outside your race then. Because for one, it's not just black men that act like that. Plenty of others, white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, Russian men, every type of man does it. So to single out the black man, it's not even the black man. You just messing with some black knuckleheads. Mm-hmm. All the black knuckleheads that he was messing with. I mean, and the average dude can sense the bitterness and the meanness in you. They don't want to see that. They don't want none of that. Mm. So it's they're not gonna want to be around it. And then it's the ones that do see it that don't care, and it's where you meet them too. Sometimes it's I believe if just because we telling you what you want to hear, and it's probably bad for you, and you ain't no good. I know he said he in a relationship, but he don't want to be with her no more. He trying to figure out how to run. Or maybe you got one. Maybe it's good in bed. Leave. Don't even let it get to that point, because you said something of, because you're right. Because when two people are together, especially for a woman, she's very emotional, and once sex is involved, then you already about to get ran through the dirt. Especially if you run to some straight player type dude, somebody like that. But
yeah. I mean, you had your words about how you felt about that. However, this was one thing that I have to say. Accountability. You got to take responsibility for some of your own actions.
Yeah.
You have to understand that, what you do has a cause and effect. You're putting yourself into certain situations, allowing men to treat you in a certain way. There's a certain responsibility, accountability that you have got to accept with that. You can't blame the guy for treating you the way that you allowed yourself to be treated.
That's right.
Like he said, you can run, you can leave. You don't have to stay there, but when you do stay there, you're encouraging that behavior. When you do accept that, it's going to continue to happen. So when you're sitting here in these relationships with these boys, and you want to say, oh, our attitudes and the way that we talk and you can't do nothing for me, and blame that on the guy. It's your attitude. That's yours. You chose to act that way, So if he says, you know what, I don't want to deal with that, that doesn't mean that he hates all black women. What it means is that he doesn't like what you're doing. You personally. And, you said, with these reality TV shows, and, this might be my last point. You said that all these reality TV shows, it shows these men that black men have pride in breaking a black woman.
Oh, that one.
Wow.
That one right there.
But first of all,
pride in Blake. First of all,
man takes pride in breaking a woman.
Especially just my mama raised me.
And and the thing, and for you to use
or
reality TV
shows raised them.
where in most of these reality TV shows there aren't any men. For the most part, 80% of them are all women. There aren't any men, and the ones that when they do show men, it always has men in a negative light.
Yep.
They make sure they run off these men now. You might say that's media manufacturing. You talked about that with hip hop. It's the same thing with these reality shows. That's media manufacturing.
It's true. It's like that hip hop and a lot of things. But you can't also, to add what he's saying, you can't assume all the time. You were assuming that, like, and it's already in your head, which already makes you look at us differently. Like, I know how they want women with hair down their back, the weave all the way down their back, and light skin. It couldn't be far from opposite of what I'm about, who I'm with and everything. It's just that once you already get those negative things in your head, just because, they put that in the video, that's been going on for so long. So why do you all already give that the upper hand? And that just shows the insecurity in yourself. So you saying somebody with longer hair and light skin already is better than you? It's and we sense that. I can, it's like me. I don't got time for that type of. I'm gonna just say BS. I'm gonna run from that. Some people can put up with that, but I don't need that. And no one's, and you probably know this, you probably heard this a lot before, but no one just meets the right. It's not just perfect and the right one. I think it grows into that, and you meet. God will have someone for you. He will have the right man for you, a man for you that you can build into a great relationship. Just knowing that, okay, meet someone, they're cool. They believe in God. They believe in Jesus Christ. They want to have kids. Career-wise, serve with God, family, career. If those other things line up, you guys can be kind of opposites, but opposites attract, as long as the base matches up. And that's a part of growing into that one unity. So
exactly. It's not where you've been, it's where you're going together.
Exactly.
Absolutely. No, I'm saying, and you mentioned Nicki Minaj coming out with Anaconda.
I agree with that statement. Yeah, it's true. That is.
My only thing is, how is that my fault that Nicki Minaj put out Anaconda? As a black man, how is it my fault that she did that? This is what I mean. This is not a blame game. I'm not here trying to point fingers at everybody. What I am saying is take responsibility for your own actions. If each one teach one. You do something different, show somebody else how to do something different. That's how change comes. So us sitting here now, today, to sit here as two black men, saying what we're saying, giving you a different perspective, is only for the It's for the reason of showing a different side. So that you don't sit there and say that this is all that's out there. Showing you something else. And like you said, we know plenty of brothers out here that don't fall into that. Now, I'm not going to say all black men are great, because you can never say all. Just like you can't say all black men hate black women, because it's not true.
And it should just be men or people in general, but since you generalizing it.
Yeah. And like I said, we see a lot of great qualities in you just by watching your blogs, to understand that where you want to go, there's going to be somebody there for you that's going to be great for you. But you got to get there. Don't worry about where you've been. Understand where you're going. And make sure that and then some guy will have somebody there that can help you get there, or that'll be there waiting for you. But you have to focus more on your voyage that you got coming ahead, and less on your past and the path that you took and get to where you're at now, and focus on where you're going.
That's right. And side note too, just real quick, you mentioned about what us black men like in the videos and the long hair. My brother Bridge mentioned something to me. Was it yesterday? It was like, you know what? And you are an attractive young woman. We said she looked better without the makeup.
Yeah.
You look better, and it's true. You look good with the makeup. You look better without all the makeup. And I'm not even dogging you right now, because you beautiful without all that.
Exactly.
So that's what I see. That's what he sees. That's what I'm a man, 100%. He's a man, 100%. A man, that's what a man see. And men of God, not perfect, far from perfect. So, I hope you got something from this. Like he said, we would love for you to, come here and, and we could talk about it some more, or, vice versa. We'll come see you.
And if y'all got any other things that you want us to respond to, definitely find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter, BridgeWP,
Buzz TV. Like this video, subscribe,
hit our
do
email,
all that stuff. We getting used to all that, Twitter and all that.
BuzzTV.70@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Send it all in. Like the video, subscribe. And you got anything else, let us know. Of course, we're here for y'all. How long was that?